All right, you guys. So we're going to be looking at reviewing writing equations of lines. And we're going to be looking specifically at when you have a point and a slope. All right, so let's look at our first example on Delta Math. It says, what is the equation of a line that passes through the point negative 6, and has a slope, which is m, of 2/3? Okay. All right, so you have to understand what you've been given and you have to know the formula. This is so important. So this is x, this is y, and then the formula to write the equation of a line is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay. Now, I know that there is a different approach to this. Okay. But that is not the approach that I am teaching you. Okay. The other approach is it's just got a lot of different steps in it too. And I find that students do better when they have one formula for every problem. Okay. We can talk about the other approaches, but this works every single time. This works every single time you do the problem. Okay. All right, so now I got to plug in the information that I've been given. Okay, when you have a point, okay, remember this is going to be x1, y1. And we've talked about this, but we're reviewing it. So when I plug things in, okay, this y1, okay, that's going to be -6. My m, that's going to be 2/3, and my x1, that's going to be -6. Okay. But when you bring all the other information down, you've got to bring it down accurately. So you got to bring down y minus equals. Okay. And when you've got two minus signs like that, it's better to put them in parentheses. Okay, the m. Now I'm going to bring down the x and the minus. And see, I've got this minus sign again. So I'm going to put parentheses and then another set of parentheses. Okay, so you do have double parentheses. That's just part of how this works. Okay, all right. Now I need to clean this up and I need to write this a lot better because I don't want a negative and a negative. So two negatives make a positive. So y plus 6 equals 2/3 times x plus 6. Okay, so anytime you have a minus next to a minus, you're going to convert it to a plus sign. Okay, now this is where life might get a little bit tough because you've got some fractions here. I need to distribute. So y plus 6 equals 2/3 times x is just 2/3 x. Now, 2/3 times 6. Well, that's 2/3 times 6 over 1. So 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. And then 12 over 3 is 4. So plus 4. Okay. Some of you need to practice your multiplying fractions. Okay. But that's all you had to do for this problem. Okay. Now I need to get y by itself. So minus 6. And look where I wrote the minus 6. So I get y equals 2/3 x. And then 4 minus 6 is -2. Okay. So now let me type that in. So y equals, divide, because I need a fraction. So 2 over 3, and then x, and then minus 2. Okay? So 2/3 x minus 2. That is the equation of a line. Submit my answer. Yes. And there we go. Okay? All right. And then here's actually, if you wanted to get out a piece of graph paper, you could kind of help check your work that way. Okay. Now let's talk, because I'm not going to talk about it in the second video and the third video. Let's talk about what happens when you have two special cases. Okay. And they're not really that special, but they are. Okay. You have two special cases. Okay. What happens when your slope is 0? Okay. So it doesn't matter what your point has been given to you. Okay. So if the example was, let's say you had a point of 2 comma 3, and then your slope was 0. Okay. When your slope is 0, your equation every single time is y equals. Doesn't matter. Okay. All you do is you take whatever they put right here for y. So right here, y is 3. So your equation of your line is y equals 3. Okay. Your next special case, Okay, so let's say I've got the point -1 comma 5, but this time my slope is undefined. Okay, again, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Your equation is x equals. You go to your point and you pick out the x value. The x value is right here. The equation of your line is x equals. That's it. Okay? Those are your special cases. So when m equals 0 and when m is undefined. Okay? And I'm going to cross this out because I didn't need to write that. Okay? If you don't have one of these cases, this is what you should be working with every single time you do the problem. Okay? I'm going to come back in one more video and I'm going to do actually two more videos. Okay? And I'm going to do two more examples and you should be good to go on your assignment. Okay?